I want to start by asking you one simple question. How do you begin your day? Do you roll out of bed in a rush, reacting to the world around you, or do you rise with purpose and clarity, ready to shape the day ahead? The truth is, how we begin our mornings can determine how we live our lives. The morning isn't just another part of the day, it's the foundation on which the rest of our day is built. And if we want to own our lives, we have to start by owning our mornings. The early hours hold something powerful: control. For most of the day, we are at the mercy of external demands, messages, and distractions. But when we wake up, we are given a precious window of time when we have total control. We can choose to spend it wisely, to lay down the framework for a productive, intentional day. Start your morning with intention. Take a moment to think about what truly matters to you. Set your goals for the day or simply breathe and get into the right headspace. It's in these quiet moments that you can direct the course of your day and your life. But there's a deeper reason why owning your morning matters. Small wins. A great morning doesn't need to be about accomplishing everything at once. It's about creating momentum. That's where the power of small habits comes in. Whether it's getting up a little earlier, exercising, meditating, or even reading a few pages from a book, these seemingly small actions compound. They set a tone, build confidence, and create the momentum you need to succeed in the larger tasks ahead. And in that process, remember, discipline over hustle. A lot of us fall into the trap of thinking that success is about doing more, rushing through our mornings, tackling every task on a to-do list. But it's not about how much you do, it's about doing what matters most. When we focus on discipline, we focus on consistency. The consistent morning routine, no matter how simple, becomes the anchor that guides you through the rest of your day. A lot of the stress we feel later in the day can often be traced back to how we started our morning. That's why it's so important to begin the day grounded rather than frantically reacting to everything that comes our way. So take a moment each morning to reflect. What's your vision? What's your why? Where do you want to go today? And what small step can you take to get there? It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the demands of life, but when we take control of the first part of the day, we create space for everything else to unfold with intention and clarity. The power to create the life you want starts with how you start your day. So I challenge you to wake up tomorrow and own your morning. By doing so, you'll find that you are not just owning your day, you're owning your life. Starting your day with intention means consciously choosing how you want to approach the world from the very first moment you wake up. It's easy to fall into the habit of letting the morning unfold without any direction, especially in the rush of daily life. But when you begin your day without purpose, you set yourself up for reacting to whatever comes your way rather than acting with focus and clarity. When you wake up with intention, you're telling yourself that today matters, that every action you take, no matter how small, is a part of the bigger picture of what you want to accomplish. This mindset helps you prioritize what truly matters and cuts through the noise of distractions. It's not about waiting for motivation to hit you, it's about creating it yourself from the start. Having intention means setting a clear direction for your day. It doesn't need to be complex. It could be as simple as taking a few minutes to reflect on what you want to achieve, how you want to feel, or the mindset you want to carry with you throughout the day. This clarity of purpose gives you a sense of control, rather than being swept away by the demands of the world around you. When your day starts with intention, you are more likely to stay aligned with your goals and values. You're more likely to stay on track, even when things get tough, because you've already chosen your path. You're not just waiting for life to happen to you, but actively shaping it to suit your vision. The morning is a powerful moment, one that can set the entire tone for how you move through your day. And when you start with intention, you're giving yourself the best possible chance to succeed, not just in the small tasks, but in the bigger goals you are working toward. Morning routines are incredibly powerful because they establish a structure for your day and set a tone that lasts long after the first few hours. The beauty of a morning routine lies in its ability to ground you, helping you start the day with purpose and confidence. By deliberately choosing how to begin your day, you create a framework that carries over into everything that follows. This isn't just about having something to fill the time before work or school. It's about intentionally creating a sense of calm, control, and readiness. When you build a morning routine, you take the guesswork out of your early hours. Instead of rushing from task to task or wasting time deciding what to do next, a routine simplifies your morning. This consistency can help reduce stress as you're not scrambling to make decisions when your mind is still in a fog. Instead, you're going through the motions of a familiar, comforting routine that has been designed to prepare you physically, mentally, and emotionally for the day. A powerful morning routine often includes practices that enhance your well-being, like exercise, meditation, journaling, or reading. Each of these activities has its own benefits, but together, They serve to focus your mind, energize your body, and set a positive tone for your day. Exercise, for example, can release endorphins and give you a sense of accomplishment, while mindfulness practices can help you remain calm and centered even in the face of stress. Reading or journaling can help you reflect on your goals and thoughts, reinforcing the clarity and purpose you need to stay on track. A morning routine also strengthens your discipline. The more consistently you practice it, the more it becomes ingrained in your day-to-day life. This level of consistency builds momentum, and over time, it has a compounding effect on your overall productivity and well-being. Whether your routine is simple or more elaborate, it serves as a reminder that you are in control of how you start your day and therefore in control of how your day progresses. Even on days when you feel like you're not at your best, sticking to your morning routine can be a grounding force. It's a way of telling yourself that despite the challenges you may face, you are still committed to showing up for yourself. This act of self-care and self-discipline can have a profound effect on your ability to navigate the rest of the day with clarity and purpose. Ultimately, a morning routine becomes a powerful tool for shaping the life you want to live, one small, intentional step at a time. The morning is one of the few times during the day when you have the most control. While the rest of the day may be filled with unexpected challenges, demands, and outside influences, how you spend the first moments after you wake up is entirely up to you. This time is a gift, a chance to decide what you want your day to look like rather than letting it be dictated by circumstances. In a world that often feels chaotic, owning the morning gives you a sense of agency and empowerment. It is in these early moments that you can make decisions that will impact your physical, mental, and emotional state. If you wake up and immediately react to the pressures of the day, checking emails, scrolling through social media, or rushing through tasks, you are giving away your power to external factors. But if you choose to start your day with intention, you are reclaiming control. There is something incredibly powerful about the choices you make in the morning. The activities you engage in, whether it's a moment of meditation, a workout, or simply sitting in silence with a cup of tea, set a foundation for the rest of the day. When you engage in actions that serve you, things that bring you peace, clarity, or energy, you are actively shaping the day to support your well-being. These small decisions allow you to step into the day with purpose, knowing that you are choosing your actions, not reacting to what comes your way. By controlling your morning, you are also building momentum. The simple act of taking charge in the early hours can have a ripple effect, creating a sense of calm and focus that lasts throughout the day. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the unpredictability of life, you develop a deeper sense of resilience. You know that no matter what happens later, you've already started the day on your terms. Morning control isn't just about what you do in those first few moments. It's about how you prepare yourself for the day ahead. By controlling the little things, such as setting out your clothes the night before, planning a nutritious breakfast, or scheduling time for self-care, you set yourself up for a smoother, less stressful day. These choices are within your power, and they allow you to approach the rest of your day with clarity and confidence, rather than being at the mercy of circumstances. Controlling your morning is a choice, and it's a choice that has lasting impact. It's about taking responsibility for the start of your day so that the rest of it unfolds in alignment with your goals, your values, and your sense of purpose. The early moments of the morning offer a unique opportunity for reflection. In the quiet of the morning, when the world around you is still and calm, you have the space to check in with yourself and gather your thoughts before the demands of the day take over. It's in these moments that you can take a step back and assess where you are, where you want to go, and how you feel about the journey ahead. Reflection in the morning is about pausing before you rush into action. It's a chance to reconnect with your inner self, to evaluate your goals and values, and to decide how you want to show up in the world. This time allows you to align your actions with your intentions, ensuring that you are moving forward with purpose. When you take a few moments to reflect, you're not only setting your intentions for the day, but also reminding yourself of the bigger picture, your long-term goals and aspirations. This practice of reflection can be simple yet powerful. It doesn't require you to have all the answers or to solve every problem. Rather, it's about being honest with yourself, acknowledging how you feel, and giving yourself the space to process. You can ask yourself important questions. What am I grateful for today? What challenges do I anticipate, and how do I want to respond to them? What are the key tasks I need to focus on to move closer to my goals? This time allows you to clarify your priorities, making sure you are focused on what truly matters instead of getting lost in the noise of everyday distractions. Reflection can also be a moment for self-compassion. It's easy to get caught up in the rush of life and feel like we're not doing enough or achieving as much as we'd like. But taking time to reflect gives you a chance to appreciate the progress you've already made. It's a reminder that growth is a process, and every small step forward matters. Instead of rushing into the day with a sense of overwhelm or pressure, reflection helps you start with gratitude and acceptance, setting a positive tone for the rest of your day. Through this practice, you also develop greater self-awareness. By consistently carving out time for reflection, you begin to understand your own patterns of thinking, emotional triggers, and behavioral tendencies. This knowledge helps you make better decisions, respond more effectively to challenges, and live with greater intention. You're no longer reacting to the world around you, but responding thoughtfully with a deeper understanding of yourself. Reflection is a powerful tool because it doesn't require perfection. It simply asks for honesty, presence, and the willingness to listen to yourself. The insights you gain during this time can guide you through your day, offering clarity and a sense of direction. Whether you're reflecting on your goals, your relationships, or your personal growth, this time of stillness can provide the mental and emotional clarity you need to navigate the challenges ahead. Discipline is often seen as a rigid or restrictive concept, but when it comes to owning your morning and ultimately your life, discipline is a tool for freedom and growth. Embracing discipline means making the conscious choice to do what is necessary, even when it's not always easy, and even when you'd rather do something else. In the context of your morning, discipline is the foundation that allows you to create a routine that sets you up for success rather than reacting to the demands of the day or surrendering to the distractions that arise. The first step in embracing discipline is understanding that it's not about perfection or rigidly adhering to a strict set of rules. It's about making consistent, deliberate choices that align with your goals and values. Discipline is the ability to follow through with your intentions even when motivation isn't present. In the early hours of the day, this could mean getting out of bed when your alarm goes off, even if you're tempted to sleep just a little longer. Or it could mean choosing to spend your time doing something that nurtures your mind or body rather than falling into habits that are comfortable but unproductive. This kind of discipline doesn't come naturally for everyone, but it is something that can be built over time. The key is starting small and gradually increasing your level of commitment. You don't need to overhaul your entire morning routine all at once. But by taking small, consistent actions each day, you start to cultivate a sense of self-control. Each time you make a disciplined choice, whether it's waking up earlier than usual, avoiding distractions, or sticking to a planned schedule, you strengthen your ability to control your actions and move closer to your larger goals. Embracing discipline also means having the courage to say no to things that don't serve you. In our busy lives, there are countless distractions that can easily derail us from what we want to achieve. In the morning, this might mean resisting the temptation to check your phone first thing or to jump into a list of tasks without taking a moment for yourself. These seemingly small decisions might not seem important, but they add up over time. When you embrace discipline, you choose to prioritize the things that will move you forward, whether that's a moment of stillness, a productive activity, or focusing on something that aligns with your long-term vision. Another key aspect of discipline is the ability to stay consistent. It's easy to start a new habit or routine with excitement, but the real challenge comes with staying committed, especially when life gets busy or when you're not seeing immediate results. Discipline requires a certain level of persistence, the willingness to keep going even when things aren't progressing as quickly as you'd like, or when motivation wanes. This kind of consistency over time creates a powerful shift. It's not just about doing the right thing once. It's about repeating the action until it becomes part of who you are. When you embrace discipline, you're not just setting up a morning routine, you're also laying the groundwork for a life that's guided by intention and purpose. Every disciplined action you take builds upon the last, creating momentum that propels you forward. In the morning, these small acts of discipline form a ripple effect, making it easier to stay focused and aligned throughout the rest of your day. Even when challenges arise or obstacles get in your way, discipline helps you stay grounded and reminds you of your capacity to stay true to your path. Discipline, in its truest form, is not about forcing yourself to do something you don't want to do. It's about creating an environment where your actions are aligned with your deeper values and long-term vision. It's the art of making choices that lead you closer to your goals, regardless of the circumstances or fleeting feelings. By embracing discipline in the mornings, you create a life that's more intentional, resilient, and fulfilling. Small wins are often underestimated in the pursuit of success. We tend to think of success as something grand and monumental, something that happens only after we've completed a major project or reached a significant milestone. But in reality, it's the small wins that create the foundation for big successes. These little victories, accumulated over time, can be the driving force behind long-term growth and achievement. Each small win is a step forward, no matter how minor it may seem in the moment. Whether it's waking up a few minutes earlier, completing a small task on your to-do list, or taking time to meditate, these actions might not seem earth-shattering, but they add up. When you have a series of small wins, you build momentum. This momentum becomes a source of motivation, making it easier to take the next step, tackle the next task, and ultimately move closer to your larger goals. The beauty of small wins is that they don't require perfection, nor do they demand a huge investment of time or effort. They are the everyday moments where you show up and make a positive choice, whether it's choosing to drink water instead of a sugary beverage, or deciding to spend 10 minutes reading instead of scrolling through social media. These choices, while seemingly insignificant on their own, add up over time to create lasting habits. And as these habits build, they provide the structure needed for bigger successes to take root. Small wins are also incredibly motivating. They help you feel a sense of progress even on days when larger achievements seem out of reach. When you focus on what you've already accomplished rather than what you haven't, it creates a positive cycle. You begin to see that progress doesn't always have to be dramatic. It's often the small steps that lead to lasting change. As you celebrate these small wins, your confidence grows, and with it, your ability to take on more challenging tasks. Another important aspect of small wins is their ability to shift your mindset. Success becomes less about waiting for a big break and more about understanding that every positive action, no matter how small, is part of the bigger picture. This shift allows you to embrace the journey rather than focusing solely on the destination. When you start to see the value in small wins, you approach each day with a sense of purpose, knowing that every action you take is contributing to the overall success you're striving for. In the morning, small wins can set the tone for the entire day. Whether it's simply getting out of bed on time, completing a morning workout, or checking off an item on your list, starting the day with small victories provides the mental boost you need to carry that energy forward. These early wins create a sense of accomplishment, which spills over into the rest of the day. You begin to see how the little actions you take can add up, creating a sense of progress and forward momentum that propels you through your day. When you start focusing on the small wins, you realize that success is not just about achieving big goals. It's about recognizing the daily efforts, the small victories that accumulate over time. The process becomes just as important as the outcome, and by acknowledging and celebrating these small wins, you create a cycle of continuous growth and achievement. Every little victory is a building block, and with each one, you get closer to the bigger success you desire. In a world that glorifies hustle and productivity, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that more work, more tasks, and more effort equates to greater success. The idea that we must constantly be moving, achieving, and grinding has become a deeply ingrained mindset. But while hustle can certainly drive us to work hard, it's mindfulness that allows us to truly show up with intention and clarity, creating space for the kind of success that is sustainable and fulfilling. Mindfulness is about being present in the moment, fully aware of your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings. It's about choosing quality over quantity, making conscious decisions about where you direct your energy. While hustle often focuses on doing more and achieving more, mindfulness teaches us to do less, but with greater focus and intention. And instead of trying to do everything at once, mindfulness encourages us to give our full attention to one thing at a time, allowing us to work more efficiently and with less stress. When you prioritize mindfulness over hustle, you are actively choosing to slow down, breathe, and process the tasks before you with a clear mind. It's not about pushing yourself to the limit or constantly moving forward without pause. Instead, it's about taking the time to reflect, gather your thoughts, and make thoughtful decisions. Mindfulness teaches us that we don't have to be in a constant state of motion to be productive. In fact, slowing down can often lead to better results because we are able to focus more deeply and avoid the mistakes that come from rushing. This mindset shift is particularly powerful in the mornings. When you wake up, you have a choice to either rush into the day in a flurry of activity or take a few moments to center yourself. By choosing mindfulness, you create space for yourself to be present, whether it's in your morning routine or the way you approach the tasks of the day. This presence allows you to focus on what truly matters and to let go of unnecessary distractions that can cause stress and anxiety. Hustle often leads to burnout because it's built on the idea that you must constantly be doing something to feel valuable or accomplished. But mindfulness offers an antidote to this constant pressure. It allows you to check in with yourself and understand what you truly need in each moment, whether it's rest, reflection, or action. When you practice mindfulness, you begin to recognize that you don't need to be in a state of hustle to feel fulfilled. Instead, you create balance by giving yourself permission to slow down, recharge, and focus on the present. Mindfulness also invites a deeper connection with yourself and the work you do. When you approach your tasks with mindfulness, you can more fully engage with what you're doing, whether it's a creative project, a meeting, or even a simple conversation. This kind of presence not only improves the quality of your work, but also enhances your relationships and overall sense of well-being. It's a reminder that the journey is just as important as the destination, and that the way we experience life in each moment contributes to the success we ultimately achieve. By choosing mindfulness over hustle, we embrace a more intentional, balanced way of living. It's about being mindful of how we spend our time, our energy, and our attention. It's not about abandoning ambition or the desire to achieve. Rather, it's about pursuing our goals in a way that's aligned with our values and with a focus on our well-being. Mindfulness allows us to move through life with purpose and clarity, rather than being swept up in the chaos of constant hustle. It's a reminder that we can achieve success without sacrificing our peace of mind or sense of self. Wellness begins the moment we wake up. The early hours of the day offer a unique opportunity to set the tone for how we feel, both physically and mentally, throughout the rest of the day. What we choose to do in these moments influences not only how we perform, but also how we feel within ourselves. When we prioritize wellness first thing in the morning, we create a foundation that supports our overall health and well-being. This foundation doesn't just impact our energy levels, it shapes our mindset, our physical state, and our emotional balance. In the morning, we have the chance to nurture our bodies and minds. Starting the day with practices that promote wellness, such as stretching, drinking water, or having a balanced breakfast, gives us the physical nourishment we need to feel energized. Movement in the morning, whether it's a gentle stretch, a morning walk, or a full workout, wakes up the body and gets the blood flowing. It sets us up for better circulation, improved focus, and a boost in mood thanks to the endorphins released during physical activity. But wellness is not just about physical health, it's about mental clarity as well. Taking time for mindfulness, whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few deep breaths, creates a sense of mental balance. These moments allow us to focus on our thoughts, clear the mental clutter, and set a positive tone for the day ahead. By engaging in these practices in the morning, we equip ourselves with the tools we need to approach challenges with clarity and calmness. It also allows us to be intentional about the way we respond to life's pressures, reducing stress before it even has the chance to accumulate. Wellness is also a reflection of how we treat our bodies throughout the day. Starting your morning with hydration is one of the simplest ways to support your physical health. After hours of sleep, our bodies are often dehydrated, and drinking water first thing can jumpstart our metabolism, aid in digestion, and help our bodies flush out toxins. A nutritious breakfast can fuel the body, giving it the energy it needs to tackle the tasks ahead. When we feed ourselves well from the start, we're not only nourishing our bodies, but also sending a message that we value ourselves enough to prioritize our health. The morning also offers an opportunity to cultivate emotional wellness. It's easy to let the pressures of the day overwhelm us, but when we take a moment to center ourselves before diving into responsibilities, we create a space for emotional balance. Practicing gratitude, setting intentions for the day, or taking a few quiet moments to reflect on what we're thankful for can positively impact our emotional state. These early moments of reflection allow us to start the day from a place of appreciation rather than stress or overwhelm. When we take care of our emotional health in the morning, we carry that calmness and positivity with us throughout the day. When we make wellness a priority early in the day, it becomes a habit that extends throughout the entire day. Just as the actions we take in the morning set the tone for the day, so too do our choices throughout the day build on that foundation. Choosing healthy foods, staying active, managing stress, and prioritizing rest are all ways that we continue to foster wellness throughout the day. Each choice reinforces the idea that our well-being is valuable and that caring for ourselves is an essential part of living a fulfilling life. Wellness starts early because the morning provides the space to set a solid foundation for how we experience the rest of the day. It's a reminder that by taking care of ourselves in the first moments of the day, we are investing in our physical, mental, and emotional health. When we start our day with wellness in mind, we not only feel better, but also perform better, navigate challenges with more ease, and live with a sense of balance and fulfillment. Consistency is the silent force that drives progress, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's easy to feel motivated at the beginning of a new project, a new routine, or a new goal, but the true test of success lies in the ability to maintain that momentum over time, day after day, even when things get tough or the excitement fades. Consistency is the difference between fleeting motivation and long-term achievement. It's about showing up, doing the work, and sticking to your commitments, regardless of the obstacles that may arise. The power of consistency lies in its compounding effect. When you commit to a habit or a goal and practice it regularly, the results may not be dramatic at first, but over time, the small efforts add up. Think of it like depositing small amounts of money into a savings account. In the beginning, the balance may seem insignificant, but as time goes on, the growth becomes undeniable. Each day that you stick with your routine, no matter how small the action, brings you one step closer to your desired outcome. What's key about consistency is that it's not about perfection. It's about showing up. Even on days when you feel like you're not making progress or when you don't feel like doing the work. There will always be distractions, challenges, and moments of doubt, but consistency teaches you to keep moving forward regardless. It's in those moments when you push through the resistance that you build resilience and gain the most growth. And consistency is a reminder that success is not a result of grand gestures, but of daily actions. Consistency also helps build confidence. When you commit to a practice and follow through with it consistently, you start to build trust in yourself. You prove to yourself that you are capable of keeping promises, not just to others, but to yourself. Each small victory along the way reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve what you set out to do. As you see progress, your confidence grows, and with that confidence comes the strength to take on even bigger challenges. Consistency helps you develop a sense of discipline, which in turn makes it easier to keep going, even when the initial motivation has worn off. Another benefit of consistency is that it allows you to measure progress in a more tangible way. When you commit to a habit or a goal and stay consistent, you can look back over time and see how far you've come. This provides not only motivation, but also a sense of accomplishment. It's easy to feel disheartened when we don't see immediate results, but consistency provides the framework for measuring growth. Whether it's a fitness routine, a work project, or a personal goal, staying consistent helps you track the progress you might otherwise overlook. In the context of your morning routine or the way you approach the day, consistency is an invaluable tool. It's the small, consistent actions, waking up early, meditating, exercising, planning your day, that lay the foundation for success in all areas of life. The more consistently you show up for yourself, the more ingrained these habits become, and the easier it is to maintain them. Over time, consistency becomes second nature, and the effort required to stay on track diminishes. The routine becomes a part of who you are, not something you have to force yourself to do. Consistency also creates a sense of predictability and control. Life can feel unpredictable at times, but when you have a consistent routine, you know what to expect. This predictability brings a sense of security and stability. It's a reminder that no matter what happens outside of your control, there are aspects of your day that you can influence and shape. In a world filled with distractions and uncertainty, consistency provides a grounding force that keeps you focused on your goals. Consistency is key because it's the steady, persistent actions that lead to lasting change. Whether it's in the pursuit of a goal, a routine, or a new habit, consistency is the practice that ensures long-term success. It's about showing up every day, making small improvements, and trusting that over time, those efforts will pay off in ways that are beyond what you could have imagined when you first started. Consistency is the silent force that drives progress, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's easy to feel motivated at the beginning of a new project, a new routine, or a new goal. But the true test of success lies in the ability to maintain that momentum over time, day after day, even when things get tough or the excitement fades. Consistency is the difference between fleeting motivation and long-term achievement. It's about showing up, doing the work, and sticking to your commitments, regardless of the obstacles that may arise. The power of consistency lies in its compounding effect. When you commit to a habit or a goal and practice it regularly, the results may not be dramatic at first, but over time, the small efforts add up. Think of it like depositing small amounts of money into a savings account. In the beginning, the balance may seem insignificant, but as time goes on, the growth becomes undeniable. Each day that you stick with your routine, no matter how small the action, brings you one step closer to your desired outcome. What's key about consistency is that it's not about perfection. It's about showing up, even on days when you feel like you're not making progress or when you don't feel like doing the work. There will always be distractions, challenges, and moments of doubt, but consistency teaches you to keep moving forward regardless. It's in those moments when you push through the resistance that you build resilience and gain the most growth. Consistency is a reminder that success is not a result of grand gestures, but of daily actions. Consistency also helps build confidence. When you commit to a practice and follow through with it consistently, you start to build trust in yourself. You prove to yourself that you are capable of keeping promises, not just to others, but to yourself. Each small victory along the way reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve what you set out to do. As you see progress, your confidence grows, and with that confidence comes the strength to take on even bigger challenges. Consistency helps you develop a sense of discipline, which in turn makes it easier to keep going, even when the initial motivation has worn off. Another benefit of consistency is that it allows you to measure progress in a more tangible way. When you commit to a habit or a goal and stay consistent, you can look back over time and see how far you've come. This provides not only motivation, but also a sense of accomplishment. It's easy to feel disheartened when we don't see immediate results, but consistency provides the framework for measuring growth. Whether it's a fitness routine, a work project, or a personal goal, staying consistent helps you track the progress you might otherwise overlook. In the context of your morning routine or the way you approach the day, consistency is an invaluable tool. It's the small, consistent actions, waking up early, meditating, exercising, planning your day, that lay the foundation for success in all areas of life. The more consistently you show up for yourself, the more ingrained these habits become, and the easier it is to maintain them. Over time, consistency becomes second nature, and the effort required to stay on track diminishes. The routine becomes a part of who you are, not something you have to force yourself to do. Consistency also creates a sense of predictability and control. Life can feel unpredictable at times, but when you have a consistent routine, you know what to expect. This predictability brings a sense of security and stability. It's a reminder that no matter what happens outside of your control, there are aspects of your day that you can influence and shape. Consistency provides a grounding force that keeps you focused on your goals. Consistency is key because it's the steady, persistent actions that lead to lasting change. Whether it's in the pursuit of a goal, a routine, or a new habit, consistency is the practice that ensures long-term success. It's about showing up every day, making small improvements, and trusting that over time, those efforts will pay off in ways that are beyond what you could have imagined when you first started. The power of choice is one of the most profound and empowering aspects of our lives. Every day, we are presented with countless decisions, some big, some small, that shape the course of our day, our relationships, and our future. While it's easy to feel like we're at the mercy of external circumstances or the opinions of others, the truth is that the ability to choose remains firmly in our hands. The decisions we make, no matter how small, accumulate over time, defining the trajectory of our lives and determining how we navigate challenges, pursue goals, and interact with the world. The power of choice lies in the simple fact that we have the freedom to decide how we respond to any situation. Life is unpredictable and things don't always go as planned, but we always have the ability to choose how we show up in the face of adversity. We can choose to react with anger, frustration, or resignation, or we can choose to respond with calm, perspective, and a mindset focused on solutions. Each choice we make is an opportunity to take control of our experience, regardless of external factors. This ability to choose extends beyond how we react to challenges. It also influences the direction of our lives. The choices we make today create the life we live tomorrow. Every decision, no matter how seemingly insignificant, has an impact. Whether we choose to invest time in our health, nurture our relationships, or pursue our passions, we are constantly making decisions that shape who we are and who we will become. The power of choice is the power to create our own path, to carve out a future that reflects our values, desires, and ambitions. It's easy to overlook the impact of small choices, but they have an outsized influence on our lives. For example, the decision to wake up a little earlier to engage in a morning routine, or the choice to prioritize a healthy meal instead of a quick snack, may not feel monumental in the moment, but over time, these small actions compound to create lasting change. The power of choice is about taking ownership of the small decisions and recognizing that each one contributes to the overall outcome. In the mornings, the power of choice is particularly evident. The way we choose to start our day has a ripple effect on the rest of it. We can choose to jump straight into work, distracted by the demands of others, or we can choose to take time for ourselves, setting the tone for a day of focus and intentionality. We can choose to embrace the quiet moments of the morning as an opportunity for reflection, gratitude, or mindfulness, or we can let the rush of the world take over, reacting instead of creating. The power of choice in these early moments shapes how we feel, how we engage, and how we perform throughout the day. One of the most transformative aspects of choice is the realization that while we cannot control every situation, we can control how we respond to it. In the face of difficulties, the power to choose how we react, whether with patience, acceptance, or a commitment to action, is a tool that can turn challenges into growth opportunities. Even in moments of uncertainty or discomfort, the ability to choose our mindset gives us the strength to persevere and find meaning in the experience. Choosing is also a deeply personal act of self-awareness. It requires us to be in tune with our values, priorities, and goals. When we make decisions based on what truly matters to us, we take steps toward living a life of purpose and fulfillment. However, this requires introspection and honesty. Choosing what aligns with our vision, even if it's not always the easiest or most comfortable option. By making choices that honor our true selves, we create a life that feels authentic and deeply satisfying. The power of choice is a reminder that we are not passive observers in our own lives. We are active participants. We are capable of shaping our future one decision at a time. The more we embrace this power, the more confident we become in our ability to navigate life with intention. The freedom to choose empowers us to break free from limiting beliefs, societal expectations, or past patterns. It reminds us that at any given moment, we can choose to shift our direction, to start anew, or to create the kind of life we truly want to live. The power of choice is the power of autonomy. It's about recognizing that we are the architects of our own lives, with the ability to design the path we walk, the way we engage with the world, and the person we choose to become. This freedom is one of the greatest gifts we possess, and by making thoughtful, intentional choices, we can create a life that reflects our deepest values, desires, and aspirations. Owning your morning is about embracing the power of intentionality and consistency. It's about choosing how we begin each day, cultivating routines that align with our values, and recognizing that every decision, no matter how small, shapes the course of our lives. The morning is a fresh start, a blank canvas offering an opportunity to build habits that lead to long-term growth and fulfillment. From the power of mindfulness to the significance of small wins, from the discipline of consistency to the freedom that comes with conscious choices, each element contributes to creating a life of purpose, balance, and well-being. Success is not built overnight, but through daily actions, the habits we form, and the mindset we choose to adopt. By taking ownership of our mornings, we take ownership of our lives. We create the foundation for health, productivity, and happiness. We empower ourselves to show up fully for our goals and our relationships. And we step into each day with the confidence that we are in control of the choices we make. So remember, it's not about perfection. It's about the continuous effort to improve, to show up consistently, and to live with intention. The morning is the perfect place to start, but the lessons we learn in those quiet hours extend throughout our entire day and our entire lives. Own your morning and you'll own your life.